All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to part two of Pro Wrestling Tonight, right here on IndieQuebec.com. The Prez, once again, with my co-host, Magnificent Dre Breeze. We're back for part two. We're going to continue our Dynamite review.
Yes.
So, Dre, what did you think about our... Oh, okay. Let's go back. One thing about Forbidden Door. How about the guy that... How did we not predict Claudio Castagnoli? It,
I
I mean, it
wow,
was
for
like
real.
it's like I don't know. I can't think of a good analogy. It's too early in the morning. But dude, it's Tony Khan. Like, I guess he's got the money. He's not gonna it's not gonna be Timothy Thatcher or a guy like that.
Yeah, we didn't think about that. We really didn't
We
think
were
about
thinking
that.
too conservatively, I think.
Yeah, Claudio, I
They
think
throw
it's
out a fucking generational talent, one of the best wrestlers, one of the most underrated wrestlers, if not
oh
the
yeah,
most.
on the planet.
Claudio, I will, and you know what? I never want to say the name Cesaro again.
No.
Claudio Castagnoli. This guy, that's how he should have always been known.
Yeah.
Ever since I saw him in Ring of Honor, has been one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. I loved him in the tag team Kings of Wrestling with Chris Hero.
Oh, bring
Uh,
back the Kings.
yeah, man. I mean, fuck that would be a personal. I personally would love to see that. But also, that being said, Cesaro, RIP. He never got the chance as a main eventer in WWE. I really hope he gets a chance as a main eventer in AEW.
I think he can, man. He brings a style of wrestling that's really good. It's hard hitting. It's that European wrestling. We see it with Walter, who's
I
another
just
guy
want
that
to mention, yeah, no, definitely. He's got a different style. And the guy, like, his cardio is insane.
insane,
Um,
insane.
he can do, like, he does unhuman, like, feats of strength, basically, the guy.
Yeah.
Um, One thing I'm wondering, though, what do you think there's too many people in the Blackpool Combat Club at this point?
At this
Like
point, there's too many people.
they like I didn't think that Eddie and Santana Ortiz were actually in it. Like I remember at first we were like not sure about that, and you were like,
Yeah.
it feels like they are in it though. And I was like, you're right, it feels that way, but it wouldn't really make sense long term. They're in it. Like they announced them
They're
as
in it.
being in it. There's like
Yeah.
9 members now if you include Regal. I counted them the other day. Eight
Yeah,
or
they're
nine.
just as many as the Bullet Club.
Just
Like,
as many as NWO, frig.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you're really kidding. But they're about to lose a member if everything is going. What I hear and what I've read is that Santana is leaving. So, and I noticed it on Dynamite when they were celebrating on top of the cage. Everybody climbed up to the top of the cage, and Santana didn't climb up on the top of the cage. Look at it. And the whole time
Yeah,
they're there, like not even at one
like
point. And I
wait,
was
where's
like,
Santana?
yeah, I was like, where's Santana? I was like, he was in the match. I remember him coming out. Like, I was like, he just sort of like didn't sat back. I don't know what he did, man. Like, he's
I
not
don't know,
happy.
man.
There, somebody wrote somewhere that apparently Ortiz is close to Kingston and Moxley, but Santana's not close to Kingston and Moxley or
So it's
whatnot.
like a split, like their cliques split up. I could see Santana getting an offer by WWE to be like a big Latino star. You know, the guy has a good look for TV, especially when he
He's
grew his
good.
hair out. You know,
Santana's good, very marketable, gives the best promo of the two. Like, I'm not
yeah,
knocking Ortiz.
more realistic promo.
Santana very real, very believable in his promos. Very believable that he can kick your ass.
He's young,
Like does
and dude, the guy is East Coast man, and like New York City. I mean, it's these. You know how it is a bit around here. Like, if you get an offer to make some big money, man, you got to take it. Like that's the mentality. And I mean, frig, the guy's young. If he can
he
go
is
out there and get like a big WWE contract, because there's like no one going the other way. Like I'm sure WWE
no,
is willing to pay people, man. They paid Cody.
Yeah, and now Triple H is back. So Triple H wouldn't be one to overlook somebody talented like Santana with the
True.
baggage he has. Even as a singles wrestler, he'd probably be like, yeah, I think we could do something with this guy. You know what I'm saying? Like,
WWE always wants to split up tag teams anyways. Like they could have had Kings of Wrestling as a team. Nope. Never even
exactly.
tried it as a team.
No, never even tried it. They don't do that. If you did something outside of wrestling, they avoid it.
Exactly. Yeah.
They
Exactly.
completely avoid it. It's like, oh, that's what you did. We don't want you doing that. This is what we're gonna do with you. Even if it sounds stupid, they're like, this is what we're gonna do with you. They
At
have an
least
image.
they're like, at least it's their idea.
Exactly. Or
So
he could go back to Impact. Who knows? As a singles wrestler.
he
So
could. He
we
could
never know.
with his name now. Like he's a bigger name now. He could maybe
Yeah.
go for their world title or something. How
Yeah.
about any big moments stand out to you from Blood and Guts? I loved it. Honestly, it really brought me back to the old WCW.
Yeah. With the two
Uh,
rings.
with the two rings and everything. It really like a War Games feel.
I mean, it was good. They let
Very
everybody.
violent to be on like normal TV.
Yeah, it was violent. It was violent. That's why it was, yeah. Yeah.
They
There's
gave
no,
it the
and
time it needed. The match started at like 9. I think it went an hour almost.
it was long. Yeah, it took up half of the show.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
It really did. It was good. There was things that I was like, you didn't really have to do that. Like, for example, throwing Guevara off. Listen, Mick Foley, stop doing. I find they do that sometimes. It's like they have to recreate a moment in WWE that's like a cinematic moment. They try to do it, and now they did it. Kingston throws Eddie off the cage. Yeah, on a table full of bottled waters, which probably fucking hurts. Like, that's not what I'm saying. It's just that you can't do that to like give an homage
Like,
to
oh,
Mick
he's Mick
Foley.
Foley now. He's Mick Foley now. It's like it's not that
Exactly.
easy. You're
He's
not
not
Mick
Mick
Foley.
Foley.
But Sammy Guevara is a nut, though. The guy is
Yeah, he
a
is.
fucking nut. Maybe
He
as
is.
much of a nut as Foley was,
He
honestly.
he is, but what killed the spot for me was the way he threw him off. And Guevara just waited. He had him by the neck. He pushed him.
Yeah,
He
it
did
looks
like
too
a
set up.
flip. He did a flip. Like,
Like
if you're
you can't.
throwing,
Oh yeah, you do a flip. It's like, guy,
if he's throwing a guy off a cage, the guy's screaming for his life, going, please don't, and he's falling all
you should be
crookedly and hard.
falling like the guy at the end of Die Hard, falling off the tower.
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
taking a
Something like
flip.
that. Like, he just got flipped. It's like, oh, okay. Cool. Circus trick. Awesome. Bravo.
Yeah.
Like, Sammy, for sure, it hurts. I wouldn't do it. I'm not saying that.
And it's not the first time that they throw some. I like Jericho got thrown off a cage.
Exactly. It's like, and this goes back to our subject from a little while ago. Once again, doing something too much, watering it down, my friend. Now people are going to expect this every week. Oh, watch AEW. They're going to throw somebody off the top of the cage, man.
No, I mean literally that's what we're saying about the ladder matches. Like they can stand to like not have a ladder match for like a year at this point. And
for real.
That would be fine. Let's segue talking about ladder matches. Let's move on to last night's pay-per-view, which was on a Saturday, which is weird for WWE. I don't know why, because what's going on right now? Why wouldn't it be on a Sunday?
I don't know. Maybe.
But yeah, they decided to
no,
put
the
money
UFC
in the bank.
fight. Oh, the UFC fight.
Oh, they didn't want to get fucking destroyed in the ratings by UFC. So WWE moves their pay-per-view to a Saturday.
No, the UFC was this week. Sorry. It was last night. Sorry.
So they went head-to-head with the UFC. That's weird. Why didn't anyone want to do anything on Sunday? I don't know. Maybe there's a big...
Oh, the 4th of July, bro.
Oh, okay, yeah. Maybe a lot of people are traveling or something because 4th of July is only tomorrow, but yeah,
it's the 4th of July.
So
they know that nobody's gonna sit down and watch a pay-per-view on the 4th of July.
Right.
People are outside drinking, barbecuing, watching fireworks.
True, yeah.
Unless you decide to put your pay-per-view at 10 o'clock at night, You know, right after the fucking
Yeah.
fireworks,
At this
nobody's
point,
gonna watch.
WWE, a lot of their pay-per-views are over by 10 o'clock at night.
Exactly, because a big portion, I'd say 15 to 25% of their fans are children.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure.
You
Well,
know
they
what I'm
got to keep
saying?
that in
So
mind for sure.
yeah.
So, we're not going to go over all of Money in the Bank. That's for damn sure. But a couple points. Liv Morgan, new women's champion on the SmackDown side.
Yep, and big up to her. I mean, she's
Yeah, why
worked hard,
not?
been there for a long time. Good for her.
Yeah, she looks like a hard worker, I would say for sure.
Yeah,
Um, Austin Theory, I would say, is like the biggest news coming out of the night. He loses earlier in the night. This is a pretty WWE trope, though, now that I think about it. He loses the US title earlier in the night, but then goes on to be inserted into the Money in the Bank and wins. So Austin Theory is the Money in the Bank winner.
yeah.
Beating out guys like Riddle, Sami Zayn. I don't know. There was Sheamus, Drew McIntyre. Yeah, so they really got a lot of stock here in Austin Theory. I don't know if this means he wins the world title, but it could be some kind of interesting storyline. Don't forget, though, at one point, I think the last Money in the Bank winner was Otis. So he
Oh
didn't
my
come
God.
anywhere close to the world title. So doesn't
No,
necessarily mean he'll win the world title.
no, but they're pushing Theory, man. They just took a
They are
title
though.
off
They
of
are.
him.
They like him.
They took a title off him. They could have taken the title off him, put him in the Money in the Bank, and not have made him win. And it
True.
still would have been enough. But if they made him win, it's because it's like they have a bunch of faces on a board in the back, and they're like, take this title off him and put this title on him. Yeah, it looks better. Yeah, I like that. We're going with that, Bob. Like
Yeah.
it's really like that. Like he's going to win the world title.
And he has like the McMahon backing him, Vince McMahon backing him as a gimmick, which is like, I mean, I wonder how he feels about that to be personally selected like that. But hey, it's a good gimmick for him. I mean,
Yeah,
it's a lot of TV time. He's been well booked. Yeah, so Austin Theory comes out as the man in Money in the Bank. A lot of guys in their career, more so at the beginning of the Money in the Bank, but yeah, it's done a big things for some guys' careers, including
it has.
Edge,
Orton.
a couple other guys, CM
Yeah.
Punk. So yeah, we'll move on now to another pay-per-view, which we were more interested in watching, which took place, I believe, Friday night. It was TNA No Surrender. Mike Bailey defended his X Division title. A crazy match. He took a freaking
No, it
Hurricane
was
Rana
against
to the
all odds.
floor.
It wasn't no surrender. It was against all odds.
Against all odds.
Yeah.
I confused my TNA.
That's okay. These are the lesser pay-per-views.
Yeah,
So
this is technically a premium event, I think they call it.
yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. So
On
but yeah,
Impact
Mike
Plus.
Bailey, Trey Miguel.
Yeah. Two of the best X Division wrestlers, two of the best light division guys. Yeah, man, they absolutely tore it up.
They did.
Another great match on there that I really liked was Bullet Club, which was Chris Bay and Ace Austin taking on the Motor City Machine Guns.
That was a sick match, man.
Yeah, this is like the new school tag match. This shows you, TNA is still very much worth watching, man. There's still some really good stuff. And I love that the Machine Guns are there. That's TNA.
Yeah, the Machine Guns are there. AMW are back.
Yeah,
Even if
let's
it's
talk
for
about
one
that.
night.
So
I
Chris
mean,
Harris, how big is he, man? Looking big.
he's looking big. He's looking in shape. Like he's not like completely defined. Like I wouldn't say he hits the gym
The
14.
big country
fucking-
boy size.
He's
looking
a
guy.
big country boy, man. And he was standing in the ring there, and I was like, Jesus Christ, he's bigger than Anderson.
One of the bigger guys
Bigger
on the
than-
roster.
Yeah, like right now, like tall wise, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like I was just like, Jesus, what a big dude, man. Like, and he looked good. He didn't look too much out of place. They won that match, man, with what's the name of their finishing move? It's the Something that has to do with justice.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of it. It's I don't remember, but I
Right.
remember early days of TNA. They were on seeing it, their show that would play on Friday afternoons.
Yeah, it
And
was.
I remember seeing America's Most Wanted and just right away thinking, what a cool fucking name. One of the
Yeah,
coolest
man.
tag team names going, man, ever.
Yeah, they're like cowboy bikers. You know what I was saying? Like America's Most Wanted. It's always been a great gimmick.
Yeah.
Through the years, the name is cool. The guys are both great wrestlers, really good old school wrestlers. You
James
know what I
Storm, I've
mean?
always been a big fan of James Storm.
I've always loved James, man. He's a good man. You know what I'm
He
saying? Great wrestler.
underrated, man.
Very
Definitely
much.
one of the more underrated guys of the generation, James
Yeah,
Storm.
really is. And even if going forward, Chris Harris doesn't stay because he's retired,
It was
as we
cool
all know.
appearance, cool appearance.
It was a cool appearance, and I think keeping James Storm in the roster is something that Impact should think about doing, as they've kept Alex Shelley and Chris Sabin.
Yeah,
I
keep these
think
guys that they're still good and they still have that TNA identity.
exactly these are the people that fans that watch TNA, they want to turn the TV station when they see the show on. They want to see this guy come out,
Yeah, exactly. Like, oh, the
like the
machine
guy.
guns are still in TNA. Cool, man. Like, that's what I think when I see it.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, they're back, cool. So what you're doing is you've got the fans that all these other indie people have brought to you. And then what you want to do is you want to get the fans back that you lost. The
Yeah,
people who used to love TNA that just at one point was like, oh, fuck it, it's
it's
shit. I don't
changed too
want it
much.
anymore. It's
Yeah,
changed too much. Everybody's leaving. You want to get these people back because these are the people that got you to be on Spike TV back in the day.
that's it. Exactly.
Like
It had a loyal fan base.
it had a very big loyal fan base. And I think the problem with TNA was everybody was trying to find a replacement for WCW to compete with WWE. And in my book, it shouldn't even be about fucking competing.
No, you
It should
just
just be
do
about
your own
stay,
thing.
survive, do your own thing. The people will watch you if they like you.
If it's a
Who
good
cares
product.
what the other fucker's doing? Who cares what Vince
At the
McMahon and
end of
his
the
fucking,
day, you
you know
can't
what I'm
waste your
saying?
time.
Do what you do. You're a job option for a bunch of guys that are happy to go
Exactly.
there,
That's
that
the
to
best
feed
thing
their
about it.
fucking families, and just be happy to watch it. Stop it being about a war all the time. It's like a bunch of people that weren't there when it was WWE versus ECW versus WCW, and they're all nostalgic of this time, and they have to have that. They have that to happen. Let's make that happen. It has to be like that. It doesn't need to be like that, man.
No,
There's
that's
fucking
it.
4,000 channels on TV. Like it's not like back in the
It doesn't
day.
make
There's
sense that
internet.
like on ESPN, and I've even written this on ESPN Twitter, they show fucking cornhole or dodgeball, but you guys can't have pro wrestling. That's not entirely on ESPN's fault, though. That is the wrestling industry's fault. If people
Yeah.
would stop trying to compete with WWE, stay in your lane, try to get a TV contract with a TV station, that's all that matters. You make a contract, you're on that TV station, you grow your stuff. That that's all that anyone needs to do,
Yeah. The fans are the ones that make it about fucking
Exactly.
a lot of these people, and it's not even a wrestling mark because to one in one way we're marks. You know what I'm saying?
Of
But
course.
like it's these fucking people that don't know nothing about wrestling that think they know something about wrestling. You don't know nothing, man. You're 22 fucking years old. At 22 years old, you don't even know fucking everything about your hometown,
There
much
you go.
less everything about the wrestling business and its past and its future and it's this and it's that. Shut the fuck up. Just watch the
Just
show.
enjoy the
Or
show. That
if
is one thing that is pretty whack. I mean, just an example. I was watching back an episode of a Raw 98 recently, and like there's segments on it today that people would be like, this is absolute shit. Like,
exactly.
there was a match, I think, Brian Christopher against one of the DOA, or Truth Commission against Los Boricuas. Like it wasn't all like Austin against McMahon the whole episode and DX and
No,
Mankind.
exactly.
There was a lot of bullshit back then too. But
Man,
like, we
please.
didn't complain about every little segment.
You know,
We
there was the
fucking loved
fucking
it,
goon.
man.
You know what I'm saying? Like we just sit there and watched it, and we was
Like,
like,
whatever, Taka Michinoku is the shits, but we're not gonna go right on Twitter like, fuck WWE, like fuck Scotty Too Hottie, sucks.
You know,
You
and Scott's
know?
great, and Scott Taylor's a great fucking worker.
There
And
you
know,
go.
you know what I mean? And you feel like telling the guy, nobody knows anything about who the fuck are you to say fuck Scotty Too Hottie? You know, I'm just
No,
using
but
an
that's
example.
it, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? These people, like I'll read the comments sometimes, especially on the Impact side. It's intense. Oh fuck TNA, TNA fucking sucks. You suck because you took time out of your fucking boring ass life and day to go write Impact sucks under an Impact post.
And if they
How are
think
you even
Impact
seeing the
sucks,
post?
that means that does that mean that they're watching it? Because how do you know it sucks if you're not watching it? Because I could say for a fact that it doesn't suck, and that honestly they are going a bit more back to like the essence of TNA. You know,
Yeah,
the women's
exactly.
division always gets like its good spotlight. TNA, they always had that.
Man, that Jordan Grace championship match was a good fucking wrestling match.
Yeah, see there you go. She's building up since winning the title on the previous pay-per-view.
You know, like Mia Yim is a great fucking wrestler. Taya Valkyrie is a good wrestler. Rosemary is a good wrestler.
Oh,
They're not, you know,
all of them would be like if AEW could use all of them.
for real, they really could use all of those girls. Like all
They're
fucking
better
15 or
than
there's like
90% of the women
16.
on their roster.
Exactly, because Impact concentrated so much on the knockouts, building respect for the knockouts title that
I think women wrestlers want to win that knockouts title because it has such a history. They know it means something.
to be called a knockout. Yeah, to have the knockouts title. Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's easier for Impact to sign big name women wrestlers and bring them into their company than it is for them to sign male wrestlers. I
At
find.
this point,
I
it feels
find,
that way.
yeah, and I feel like that's why their show is almost like 50-50. Like it literally is 50-50
A
when
lot
it
of
comes to
episodes
male.
are.
Yeah. So, you know, and they've only got like 16 girls because they lost two recently. You know, the Inspirations left out their contracts, you know, because they basically left wrestling. Had nothing to
Yeah.
do with the company. It was basically we want to change in life, basically. Yeah. Some people are like that, you know.
No, yeah.
So
I don't know if they 100% fit into wrestling, but they were definitely good looking, especially Peyton Royce. What a fucking
both of them.
star.
I love Billy Kay, man. Like,
I
well,
mean,
Jessica
honestly, if
McKay,
it was the
Jessica McKay.
80s, you put
Yeah.
her as a valet in any territory, put her down in Southwest, put her down in Memphis. You know how much
Rich.
money she's drawing, my friend?
Rich money. Both
Dude,
of them.
selling out.
Beautiful girls.
Honestly.
And I think that's what they realized. I think although they were okay wrestling, they were good wrestlers. I never really saw them as like bad. They're
No,
good
no, they were
wrestlers.
great. Honestly, they had amazing personality compared to like
yeah.
a lot of the girls.
Yeah, they did. They're fun. They're very
Yeah.
fun. You know, they're good, outgoing girls. And I think that's what they saw. I think that's why they walked away from wrestling. I think they saw themselves saying, we can make more money being ourselves on the internet.
Oh
with
yeah,
content
probably for sure. And you know
and
what?
stuff like that than
I
wrestling.
find
Yeah.
they didn't have that American woman mentality that it seems a lot of WWE women have. And I'm not gonna try to sound too stereotypical here, but just listen to what I gotta say. I feel like women from other countries other than the States, and I'm talking about also Canadian women here, which we're from Canada, they don't take themselves as seriously. They're more joking around. American women seem like they want to be taken seriously. Like they don't want to be really necessarily made the fool of. They're not comfortable with that.
No, exactly.
But like the Iconics, you know, like it was a joke almost. The whole thing was like it reminded me of something that would play on like Quebecois TV, honestly,
Exactly. And
like
even
kind of a
like their
campy B-ish movie character kind of thing. You know what I mean?
yeah, exactly. Even their whole feud with with the inspirations and the Caleb and
No,
just
that
the
was
way
good. That was all character. All
yeah, Jessica McKay falling in his arms, you know what I mean, and him catching her just to get the other ones mad. Like, what are you doing? And Caleb Connolly is such an
how
underestimated
did they let
talent.
this guy go?
I don't know what happened. I know he showed up on AEW Dark as a wrestler. Good for Caleb. I knew like he would get. I even wrote that to him. I knew you're gonna. I know you're gonna get something,
He
but I'm
has to
just
be.
gonna
He's too
miss
good. He's
him.
honestly too good.
Man, that whole thing was fun. Like it was good old school women's wrestling. You know, good TV writing.
Almost
You
glowish
know,
a bit.
yes,
Gorgeous
it was
ladies
very.
of wrestling.
It was very glow, and yo,
That's
you gotta
great.
love it.
That's a
Yeah.
great flavor, man. Wrestling, it's got to be different. It's like the exact opposite of like we were saying about AEW. Like, yeah, high flyers are cool, but the whole show being high flyers, like we're bored, man.
Yeah.
It's
Because
like
at
a
one
steak
point,
is good, but you're not going to go to a restaurant and like just get like a steak and your side dish is just like a smaller steak and your fucking salad is just
exactly.
also steak. Like,
You need a mix of everything. You need a mix of everything. You need to have characters that are funny. You
for
need to have
sure.
characters that are larger than life in a way. You know, you got to mix it up. And I find
You need, well,
sometimes that
that's just what I'm trying to say. Like the girls, like it stood out that like they're girls that are like willing to like kind of make a joke out of themselves because it seems like a lot of them are like, no, like very diva-esque. Like you'd never see Sasha Banks or Charlotte like doing anything like that. I don't
you
think.
know, and even if you go to the thing of the whole decay as example, which by the way, the Black Taurus versus Loretto kid at the beginning of the pay-per-view, the free matches, you
Yeah,
know,
I
that
did
they
watch
had
that
there.
as well. I did watch that as
Man,
well.
what a match. Black Taurus, man. What a wrestler. This dude
Man,
is
this guy
amazing.
seems determined to make it in the States. Like it's been years that he's really like I've seen
Yeah.
him in GCW. I've seen him Impact many times.
Man, what a wrestler. Jesus, and to wrestle with that type of fucking mask on.
Yeah,
Man,
really.
that's fucking heavy ass fucking mask, man. This dude is just like
Got to
wow.
be really dedicated, really, really something.
Of all the luchadors, I love watching him wrestle. And man, what a wrestler. Just a
Oh,
big, strong, powerful fucking luchador. You know what I mean? Like
I'll make
amazing.
mention just quickly. One guy just mentioning Black Taurus, and I was thinking, where else did I see him before? They he was also in Ring of Honor a lot when they were bringing in the Mexican guys. And one guy who I think, yes, he made his AEW debut. Imagine, okay, to so little fanfare, accompanied by Andrade in that battle royal on Rampage was Roosh. They just
Yeah,
threw him in
Roosh.
a battle royal like that.
Yeah. Roosh,
Former
he
Ring of
showed up.
Honor champion. Dude, this
Yeah,
guy deserves more respect than that. And
he
now
does.
he's just going to be with Andrade. I don't see that working unless they put him as a team. But Andrade shouldn't be a manager to Roosh. It doesn't make sense. They're
It
both,
doesn't.
anyways. That was just
No,
a small little thing that made no sense.
yeah, it was. But at least he's there. Like I said
At
to
least
myself,
he's there. But let's
where's
see Roosh do
Bandito?
something.
Now in my head, I'm like, so what are you gonna do with Bandito? Because if I'm Impact Wrestling and he's not gonna use Bandito, I'm getting Bandito.
Oh,
Like
for
Scott
sure.
D'Amore needs to get Bandito. You have an X division.
Bandito, you know,
Like
Bandito's gym down in Mexico City. Good friend of the show, Brad Alexis, has trained there many times. Every time he goes to Mexico, training with Bandito, knows Bandito well. And man, what a hard worker Bandito really is, man.
he really is. He is, man. He's really gone through the indies, years of CZW, all the way up the ranks. Made it to he won Ring of Honor World Champion also, wasn't he? Wasn't he Ring of Honor World Champion or was
No,
he
I
pure
think he
champion?
won
Pure
another
title.
title.
Yeah,
He
or
won,
something like
I
that.
think he won the. I
But
believe he won the TV title. Yeah, Roosh won the ROH title.
yeah,
That's so
Roosh
they
did
brought
win
him
the
in.
RH title. Yeah.
And yeah, Roosh is
But
like 6'4", is a 6'4" luchador, doesn't wear a mask. This guy is money. This guy is pure money. And if they
no,
don't
he's
use him right,
Alberto. He's Alberto without the attitude.
and yeah, and more high fly. And
Yeah.
yeah, Alberto, I'll always love. I'll always love. I don't care all the craziness he's done. He should. I still believe he should be used somewhere. He's that good. He's that talented.
If he could beat his demons, he's an amazing talent.
Oh my God,
You
yeah,
know, like
yeah.
he is. Uh, I think that shit transcends from his dad because I heard his dad's a dick.
Well, he
So
grew up. You know, like the gimmick of him being aristocrat. He really did grow up like very, very rich. Apparently,
yeah, yeah, his
you're
dad
very
is
rich in Mexico. I think that gives you access to a lot of like. You're just gonna end up like it's
CD
such a
power and
corrupt
easy
place.
connections.
It's just such a corrupt place that yeah, you just end up with like everyone
Yeah,
you know is just fucking
yeah, it is.
messed up, man. So yeah, we're almost at the end of part 2 here.
Oh man, especially I heard stories about AAA, man, or up and around that place, man, like stuff that's happened. And
Even
even
Conan
the
himself, I said on his podcast that he doesn't suggest to some white people to go to like to aid to like bring them into AAA. He's like, I won't even bring in some people to certain towns because it's just too dangerous.
it is too dangerous, and like even the wrestlers backstage sometimes they're fucking dicks. Some of the guys can be dicks to you.
Oh,
They
for
don't like
sure,
it.
man. It's a
If you're
different
if
world, man.
you know if you're just some young gringo going over there, you know what I'm saying? What are you bringing to the company? If you're not a big name American wrestler already, you're not bringing nothing to them. You're trying to take their spot.
Yeah.
That's how they
No,
see
yeah,
it. You
definitely. There
know?
is some
Like, oh.
definitely different politics, man, but like no, for sure, man. For sure, for sure. So
I've even heard that the CMLL, the wrestlers that are there, they're taught to hate AAA. They're told
yeah,
AAA is the
CMLL, if
demon.
any guy ever goes to work elsewhere, they're never allowed back there.
Yeah,
That's what's like weird about that Fed. So that's why like they have like their roster always feels like a bit like unknown-ish guys because you've never seen them anywhere else. So you'll have their guys who stay there on top for
yeah,
a while. They become like big stars, but only in their system. But then when guys, normally guys, they'll start there and then go to AAA. And AAA is a
oh
more
yeah,
internationally affiliated
free.
league. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
With the great and
so there's
honorable
more money.
Conan in charge, smoking the Iranian tobacco. You
Yeah,
know. So yeah, we
exactly.
got about 5 minutes left.
When it's not Vampiro the Booker.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, Vampiro, man. What a nut. What a nut he is. Born here in Montreal. Gotta love it. Gotta represent, no
Yeah,
matter how crazy he was. Yeah, so we got about 5 minutes left here on the recording time for part 2. What else about the pay-per-view? We got a pretty awesome main event between it was Joe Doring against Alexander for the world title. I've really been a fan of Joe Doring since he came in. And Alexander picks up the win. He's been tangling with Violent by Design ever since pulling the belt off Eric Young. I've liked this feud. But now that he's gone through Doring, I guess that's it.
I don't understand. I didn't like that. That's the match of the night. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like Eric Young not showing up to beat the shit out of Josh Alexander.
Yeah,
To
it
tell
feels
him
like it's
you
done
think
now. It
yeah,
could have feels like it could have been going on longer, eh?
it could have. Like Eric Young is psycho. He's best when he's at his psycho
Yeah,
state. Why
he
did he
wouldn't
not
just
come to
give
the
up.
ring to beat Josh Alexander down and say stuff like, "You think you're done with me? You're never done with me till I'm done with you."
Yeah.
Where is this type of writing? You know what I'm saying? Like, where's this pushing of the crazy? You got a guy who you created a character that he's insane. He convinces other people that they have to be insane, locks them in rooms, throws water in their face, tells them to be
Yeah,
violent by
like you think
design.
this guy's just gonna back down after losing a wrestling match? Come on.
And then you fade it out like a
Yeah.
fizzle. And he's just not even going to intervene when his big monster, who, by the way, Joe Doring gave a good performance considering the two styles is very mismatched. It's hard to have a big guy wrestle a smaller guy like that because he's so heavy, hard to move him around and stuff. You know,
Alexander's like
Alexander likes to do
amateur
lifts
wrestling
on
style. Yeah,
top of it. So,
yeah. Agreed that it wasn't like a
you know, there
great
was sometimes there was mess
match.
ups, you know.
Agreed. Yeah, I do like both
Yeah.
guys though. Yes, but how about um the Monsters Ball match between Moose and Sammy Callahan continuing their feud
It was the
and
clockwork. It was the
Clockwork
clockwork.
Orange, excuse me,
Yeah.
right. And
The Monsters
Raven
Ball was
on
the last.
commentary.
Hey, Raven is amazing. Bring
Anything
back
involving
Raven.
Raven, I'm all for in wrestling. One of my favorites of all time, honestly.
Like he just did a promo for the match for them
Yeah,
where he's in this,
exactly.
and that promo was better than half the promos on the show. And I
Yeah.
was like, that's why this guy needs to be a writer on your show and put him as a co-host with the other two. Put him out there. Put 3 guys. I don't understand
Dude,
why
I
Impact
mean,
is so
compared to some of the
away from
guys they've
3.
had,
Yeah.
he's 20 times better than D'Lo Brown. He's 20 times better than Aiden English. He's 20 times better than the girl they had.
Yeah, then Madison. So you know what I'm saying? So like I don't get it, man. I don't know if it's
So,
because Raven is asked. I think one time they talked about Raven wanted to be the main guy in TNA writing and booking. I think Conan said that, but it was Disco Inferno saying that Raven tried to take over the company, basically.
well, Raven has had some he's made some bad political moves over the years. He was on a lot of drugs and stuff, but now he's not, apparently. Pretty sure he's not. 99.9999% sure he's like really in a clearer state of mind. So this guy could really really help a wrestling company, man. He has a lot of experience, a lot of great
does.
storylines he's been part of and that he's seen over the years. So yeah, man, we got 2 minutes left here. So Dre, who do you give your thumbs up of the week to this week?
Thumbs up of the week goes to Mike Bailey.
Mike Bailey, nice.
Putting on an awesome match defending his X Division title against Trey Miguel in, you know, a great X Division match. I give my thumbs up to Mike Bailey for that, representing Quebec on Quebec's
Yeah,
birthday.
represent.
So,
Yeah, indeed,
excellent.
man. Yeah. Mike Bailey still holding that X Division gold. Amazing. Thumbs up of the week from Dre. I'm going to give my thumbs up of the week to Daddy Magic himself, man. A big main event. You know, I'll give it to both 3.0. You know,
Yeah,
these guys have
that
really
was
stepped
good.
it up.
They have.
They got a shit chance, let's just say, in 205 Live. They never even really got a chance on NXT, and look at them now, man. These guys
On
are
top.
really big stars, and this is what they deserve.
Millions. Loved by millions. The people love to hate these guys. Like they love them in a heel way. You're like, oh
Yeah.
God, I love that. I love that fucker, man. Like
True
you know what I'm
heels.
saying? True heels, man.
And yeah, man, really proud of them. So yeah, thumbs up to our Quebecois guys here, and I guess that's appropriate, seeing as how it was this past week, Saint Jean and Canada Day. So,
Yeah, so
for Dre and myself, the Prez, happy Canada Day belated, and Quebecois Saint Jean Day. We love you all, and thanks for watching. We'll be back next week with more wrestling news.
see